Gerry. Oh, Gerry. Do you want it over there? Here you go, baby boy. Oh, bless you. Good morning, Hanson. Morning, Drew. How are you both? How's it going? Oh, also, I've not been on my computer to turn Nightbot off, so it will keep pinging. But that's okay. It's set to a 10-minute timer. You okay, Phoebe? Jerry's in a bit of a strange mood today, and he was last night as well. I don't really know what's up with him. He just seems to think I'm going to pick him up all the time. Every time I go towards him, he's like, "No." And I'm like, I'm not picking you up. I'm here to help you. So yeah, I don't know why. Good morning, Cosmic. Morning, Limewood. I had to really think about what the day was when I was setting the title today. It's been a bit of an odd week. Are you going to get distracted from your breakfast? You are, aren't you? Oh, bless him. Good morning, Hetland. Let me see if he wants it under the table. Because like I say, he's in a funny one today. And I don't know why. Do you want it here? Are you not into breakfast today? Oh, bless you, baby boy. Good morning, Bulba. Happy Tuesday. No, don't say that. Good morning, Mortara. Do the bunnies treat you as a short hair bun now? I was saying the other day, I don't think they really know what I look like, so I don't think they've noticed any difference. Well, maybe that's why Jerry's not talking to me. It's like I don't know who you are anymore. Who is this? It's like me when I was 4 and didn't recognise my mum after a haircut. Yeah. Like, who's this strange lady giving me breakfast? I don't know. Good morning, Fallen. How's it going? But yeah, I think he's just in a slightly off mood, and I don't know why. I don't know if he's feeling a bit off. I don't think he's eaten anything out the ordinary recently. Might just be feeling a bit down. I wonder if he was more affected by the fireworks than I thought. Because he doesn't react to them, but maybe he's just keeping it cool. Come on and hang. How's it going? Do. Maybe he's jealous and wants a haircut as well. And he's so beautiful, though. He's just the most handsome boy already. Morning, Rob. But yeah, yesterday was a funny day because I had a recording in the office, and we did 2 recordings, and the first one overran. So I was like, oh no! And I was saying, like, Xylus, I've got an appointment at 2. I can't miss it. He was like, oh, we might finish on time, don't worry. And then the second recording was really short, and we actually finished at like 1. So I was like, oh, I got plenty of time, don't worry, I can make it. You wanting more? Are you just wanting cuddles? Sometimes it's because I've not done bun stream for the last 2 days and he gets a bit sad. So I don't know if it's just that. If he's just annoyed at me because I've not given him an hour of cuddles in the morning. Because bunnies are creatures of habit. So it might be because I've been out a lot recently. Because I went to the Longest Johns and High Rollers show, and then I went out to see a play the next day. Oh no, not the next day, a few days later. And then I went out at the weekend, and I've been in the office for the last 2 days. And then yeah, it's just been one of those. So it might just be that he's feeling a bit neglected. Bless he. They're more of a hobbit creature than a habit. How does your new haircut feel? It's still very strange. I'm still very much getting used to it. It's like they're not Pooda pellets. They're slightly, I mean, I guess they're like if a wombat bunny did poos, they're slightly squarer. Also, occasionally you get these weird long thin ones, and I don't really know why. They're like an odd mix sometimes. But yeah, it feels very strange, like not having to tie my hair back at all, because it's just short enough that it doesn't go anywhere. And like normally when I would go to bed, I would hang on, let me hide these until Gerry wants them. Normally when I would, oh, is she long? Fifi, on the other hand, is in a really good mood today. So, so I don't know if there was an argument and she came out on top, but some things happened between the two of them. Like as soon as it actually got cut off, it was so strange. And now I just have like a bag of hair in the hall ready to go out and be posted when I next manage to get to the post office. And it's just very strange. It's just very strange suddenly. Like the only thing I can think it's like is Justin, thank you very much for the 21 months. What if I was a Banui? A Banui? Gerry, are you okay? You fighting that blankie? You fighting it real good. Maybe he is just in a mood with me, I can't tell. But yeah, it is going to be very strange. Good morning, David. Have you tried to move your hair out the way when you go to the loo or mixing dough? Like the strangest thing was when I took off my t-shirt to get into bed and it just went over my head and I didn't have to then take loads of hair out of it as well. Because if you think about it, when you like take off a t-shirt, if you've then got like 2 foot of hair following it, it takes a bit longer. Whereas when I took it off, I was just like, oh, it's just off. And then like not having to move my hair out the way when I lay down as well, I was just like, oh, it's not there. So those have been the strangest things. Harry, thank you very much for the 46 months. Thank you. Happy new hair. I'm hoping to keep it a bit curly. It's naturally very wavy. So I was thinking, because I used to rely on the weight of it to just sort of keep it down, I might have to actually, learn how to do something with it now. But I know plenty of people who are good at that sort of stuff. So hopefully one of them can do me a tutorial. And I'll ignore it because I hate tutorials. How long was your hair before you got it cut? I think it was about 70 centimeters. So, yeah, a fair bit got taken off. Over half of it was taken off. And the immediate weight change when they sort of chopped it initially, because they did the big chop and then washed it and did a proper cut sort of thing. Have you always had long hair? Yeah, it was sort of about, I don't know, like 2 inches above bum, I would say. It was that sort of length. But even when I was a little child, I always had long hair. But the funny thing is, my mum didn't really want me to to cut it. And then yesterday I was like, as soon as I get home, I'll video call my parents so they can see what it's like. And they didn't even notice. I said to them, I just got back from the hair. This was like 5 minutes into the call. I was like, I just got back from the hairdresser. And they were like, oh, let us have a look. I was like, I've been on camera the whole time. So yeah, it can't be that shocking a difference. But I think Alex is saying that because I've still got the fringe and it sort of still just frames my face in the same ways, like, it doesn't really look any different. Because it's, it's still got the same sort of vibes. So hopefully it won't be too big a shock. Look at you. When I first went into the hairdresser yesterday, morning, Life Like, there was people talking about like Bigfoot and someone else, I can't remember, but they were like, what is the name of like all of those sorts of creatures? What is the name of them? And I literally just like walked into the shop, sat down and went, cryptids. I was like, that was my opening word. It was just cryptids. They were like, oh yeah, that's the one, thank you. This is how I make an entrance. More of a difference from the back than from the front. Yeah, it's very odd that now my neck is exposed. That is one of the odd things. And also, like, when I went to brush my teeth and there was no, like, I didn't have to, because usually I would tie my hair back and then because of the length of it, it would still fall forward and get in my way. So I'd have to, like, plait it and then tuck it down a t-shirt for it to not swing in front. Whereas now the fact that I didn't have to even tie it up, it just sort of stayed there. I was just like, oh, this is new. But yeah, it's very odd. Very odd, but it did feel like my scalp breathed for the first time in 30 odd years. It suddenly just, when it started being chopped off, it just went, because it has had a lot of weight on it for a long time. Oh, look at this smooshy lady. Oh, that's a point. I have a plea to make for the next month. Basically, and I'll have to show you Fifi the whole time whilst I tell you this. Basically, there was only one clip of Fifi in October, and for some reason it didn't transfer over to Premiere, and so there was no Fifi in the October video. So like just that one clip didn't transfer over. So there was literally no Fifi in the October clips. So throughout November, anytime Fifi does anything, then we need, November needs to be Fifi month. She doesn't stay still on camera long enough. True. I just can't believe I forgot to put it in. There was one of her like peeking up behind the ottoman, and for some reason I must have like either moved the timeline and it got taken off, or it didn't make it in the first place. But it's in the folder, and I literally copied the entire folder over, so I don't really know where it went. But I think because I was a bit ill when I did it, it wasn't I just missed it. But yes, put the printed tripod down again and you'll be fine. Phoebe, we're going to make some content. I'm just going to enact a moment. And I'll just put them in and everyone will be like, I don't remember that happening on stream. I'll be like, hey. Oh, Vivi. Beautiful lady. Wait, how's Gerry doing? Oh, he's flopped now. That's okay. Good morning, Monday. Morning, fat cat. Oh, also, this is a reminder to anyone who hasn't posted their Secret Santa prompts to me yet, that if you want to be part of Secret Santa, make sure you send those in. The deadline for it is the end of this week. So you've got a few days to decide what to do. My 5-year sub is next month. When are we getting a 5-year sub badge? Oh, I do need to have a look at those, because when I added the new one, I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, can you leave it for a bit, because otherwise it's just going to immediately disappear. So I left it for a bit, and then that meant that I just forgot to add any more. So I do need to decide what the next few ones are going to be. Because my friend Tash makes them for me, so I'll have to ask if she's feeling up to doing another one. I always struggle with my own prompts. I enjoy drawing others. Yeah, it's like when you do Gartic and you're just like, I don't know. But then when you're told what to do, you're like, okay. Okay, your little hand. Your little hands, they're very cute. You've got such skinny little arms. Look at you. What's this? What's this? I just think of recent relevant things for the community. Yeah. Come on in, owls. Only 25 days till Jingle Jam. Oh, blimey, yeah. What's your favourite part of Jingle Jam? I'm taking time off so I can watch every minute. Oh my gosh. You can't watch every minute. That's madness. My favourite part of Jingle Jam is I think like getting to Surreal Cat, thank you very much for your prime. And hello, Helzo. This is Ffion, one of my bunnies. The other one is there, but he's eating his poo at the moment. So maybe don't watch him. We going over here? Hi. You can't have your breakfast just yet, I'm afraid. Got to see if Gerry wants the rest of his pellets. Rithian is not coming over for Jingle Jam this year. No. He said on Less Kirby that not this year. My favourite part of Jingle Jam, I think, is just getting to do stuff with people that you don't usually get to do stuff with. Like, I don't get to do a lot of things with Ben, and Ben's very lovely, and I think he's one of the funniest people, so getting to do stuff with him is always a very good time. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I was like, I've not been at my computer, so Nightbot's just gonna keep on plugging. But it is too late now. But also, you're very welcome to give money to bunnies anyway. Are you okay, Gerry? What are you doing? Oh, there we go. You've had enough. I don't get to see Becky very often, so it's nice when Becky is around. But yeah, never get to do anything with Kirsty. Well, in actual fact, like when it comes to things like Jingle Jam and Tiny Teams, I am like, I'm happy to be with Kirsty and Rithian, but also it's one of the few times that I get to work with other people. So put me with anyone. Like I'm happy. I'm happy to get moved around. um, but yeah, Ben and Bridie Jingle Jam stream confirmed. As far as I know, nothing is confirmed for Jingle Jam, but there's people that are far more involved than I am. That yeah, anyone but Kirsty, don't do it to me. I was just thinking back to like the Jingle Joust that was last year. Just those sorts of things is nice. Hello, Revan. The hair, actually, when the hair is in an envelope, it doesn't feel that heavy, but I guess maybe your scalp is more sensitive, so it feels a lot heavier. I guess there's a difference between like holding something in your hands and holding, having the whole weight of it distributed, sort of thing. Wait, that was the same thing. Having something on just one bit versus having it distributed. But yeah. I feel like mini painting. Yeah, the time that I got to do just like building Lego with Ben to help out with the games night set for a couple of hours. That was just so lovely, just sitting and talking with Ben. But yes, it's I think, yeah, just that's my favourite part of Jingle Jam. I would say, like, whenever, like, seeing people who come down. But, to be honest, because there's, like, been things like Tiny Teams and Camp Yog, it means that I get to see people a bit more regularly anyway. Which is obviously, like, nice. So it means that I don't see them once a year for Jingle Jam sort of thing. So even though it's still a nice side of it, it's not as much of a thing anymore, if that makes sense. But in a positive way. Like, it's nice that it's more spread out than just... Because it was a bit intense when it was just like, here are 2 weeks when everyone is down and you need to get all of your socialising in. Whereas now, like, this year, I already got to see Booth for a bit. For Pickaxe Week, and go out to dinner with like her and G and stuff. So it's not just, you're not trying to cram too much in. Prime Yog's playing time. Yeah. But it is nice. It is one of those things that I think last year I didn't really get to see people because I was so determined not to get ill that I would pretty much go in for streams and then leave again. I didn't really go out to anything social. And I'll probably be doing the same this year. Just because of knowing... It's one of those like unfortunate timing things of going home to family who are vulnerable for Christmas. And ideally, I'd leave 2 weeks of, like, isolating between seeing anyone and going home. So maybe in, like, the first week of Jingle Jam, I'll be a bit more, and then it'll be locked down in the second week. So yeah. I'll try and get all my excessive partying that I always do. Come on in, Dave. Try and get that out the way before going home. And also before potentially meeting baby. But also we'll have like another little one to look after near Christmas, near the end of Jingle Jam. So I probably will be staying home a bit more. But we tend to, for one night every Jingle jam time. We host a board game night here, so you do get to see everyone, because it's nice to see people away from the office. There's a baby right there. There is. Morning, Joe. This is a weird crumbly one. Oh, such different shapes. How Fifi isn't hearing your munching, I don't know. I don't know what she's up to. She must have found something more crime-based to keep her attention. Good morning, cow. How's it going? I don't know why this one is so strangely shaped. If I wasn't working today, I'd have you plugged into the TV so I could have the bunnies on the big screen. Ah! Are you getting a new foster? Is it another niece or nephew? We're just looking after, Mochi for a little bit during baby time. So I don't want to go leaving Mochi for too long. So I'll probably be home a little bit more. Dee 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 dee. Did your neck get any longer during the night? I should measure myself, see if I have unraveled a bit. Morning, Asanta. Harry on the way. Not it's still in the oven at the moment. Still baking, but not long now. My goodness. But yeah, I had a bit of a day on Tuesday, so I'm glad that I told Alistair about it, and he was like, "You're just getting all the bad out the way so that Wednesday can go smoothly," and thankfully it did. But Tuesday was just. It was one of those days where, right, it's a first world problems day. But you know when everything goes only slightly wrong. But it's enough to sort of build up. It was one of those types of days. So at the start of the day, my bus was late. It sounds like Book of Mormon. The plane was crowded and the bus was late. Good morning, JD. I wonder if you're leaning forward a little more now you have less weight down your back. I'm going to get my core strength back up to realign myself. But yeah, my bus was late, and it was one of those times that I'm always 10 minutes early to recordings. So even being on time stresses me out. So the fact that I was 10 minutes late was awful. And it was the one day that everyone else had turned up on time. So it was really normally, if I had been 10 minutes late, no one would have noticed because someone else would have been 20 minutes late. But it was just me. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I misunderstood something that was said and replied in a way that came across really badly, and then I had just social anxiety of oh god, I've made it really awkward, I'm so sorry. And I had to sort of explain, when you tell a joke and then you have to explain the joke and it makes it really weird. It was one of those type situations. And then after that, when we were still setting up for the thing, basically I'm planning a Jingle Jam stream at the moment. And someone was like, oh, so who hasn't done their bit yet for this thing? And I was like, I don't want to name names. They were like, name names. But there was one person in the recording who hadn't. So I was like, I can't name names. I was like, stop putting me in socially awkward situations. So there was that. Then we did the recording. It went over a bit. Kirsty and I went for lunch, but I had therapy. So I had to power eat my lunch, slurp it down. And then I had to literally run for the bus, and I got the bus, got outside my therapist's house, and I was like, I had to like say bye to Kirsty, cut our time short, be like, I'm so sorry, okay, bye. And then I ran for the bus, got to my therapist's house, realised, I was like, she hasn't sent me an invoice yet. That's weird. Checked my emails 2 days before she had cancelled the appointment. So I didn't actually have therapy. And I just said bye to Kirsty and gone all the way out there for no reason. And it's like the other side of Bristol. So I was like, okay. So then I got the bus back into town. And I was like, do you know what? There's a book I've really wanted to read. I'm going to buy myself this book because it's just the book that I really feel like reading at the moment. Went into the shop. They had every other book in the series apart from the one that I wanted. And I was just like, well, okay. But then strangely enough, I thought I saw Jonathan Pryce in the shop. So I stalked what might have been Jonathan Pryce or who might have just been a random old man for like 5 minutes around Waterstone. So that was nice. Then I was like, do you know what? I will do some Christmas shopping whilst I'm in town. So, oh, and at this point, somewhere in the morning, I had realised I had accidentally double booked the streams for that day. So I cancelled Planet Crafter in favour of the other stream that I was meant to do. And then that person messaged me saying that they were ill. So I basically cancelled 2 streams and then didn't stream at all. But it turned out that Kirsty didn't get back until Gone 5 anyway. So we wouldn't have been able to Planet Crafter anyways. So it didn't really matter. So then I was like, okay, I'll do some Christmas shopping. And I went into Lush to get something for a friend. And I had already decided what I was getting because I'd gone in for it for that exact purpose. And I was putting the things in the little bags. And then this person came over to me and I got lushed, basically. You know what Lush staff are like. So they came over and they were like, do you want any help? And I was like, nope, found these already. And they were like, oh, do you like Hello Kitty? And I was like, nope, it's for a friend. And then they were like, oh, would you like to gift wrap it then? And I was like, fine. And then it turned out they picked up 2 different boxes. Neither of them fit. And then it turned out they were new to the shop. So they hadn't learned gift wrapping and they hadn't been taught how to use the till yet. And I had to stand and watch them learn, get shown how to gift wrap and then put it through the till. So it took like 5 minutes longer and I paid £2 for something I didn't even really care about. And I was like, I was putting them in the bags. I was so close to leaving the shop. And I'm still here. And I basically just disassociated. And at the end they were like, thank you for being so patient. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I've not been here for the last 5 minutes. I've been somewhere else. And then I left the shop, looked at my bus app, and my bus had cancelled. And I was like, well. I was like, fine then. Today's not my day. Little disassociation as a treat. But yeah, I've not played the repo update. I'm looking forward to it though. So yeah, it was just one of those days of like lots of little things that were just slightly off. But then I came home and I made a nice simple dinner and it was tasty and that was nice. And then yesterday everything pretty much went well. Apart from the fact that the traffic in Bristol at the moment is genuinely horrendous. Like, it doesn't take me... Basically, I left... Because of the day before, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself to an Uber into the office because we were starting the recording earlier than usual. And I left 15 minutes before I normally would because I was like, I'm going to make sure I'm there even more on time. And I got there like 1 minute before the recording. And I was like, how did it take so long? There's just so many diversions, so much roadworks going on. It is madness. But yeah, other than that, other than Bristol traffic, everything was very lovely. So no complaints. Apart from the fact that they moved Celebrity Traitors final to today instead of yesterday, because I was fully prepared to sit down and watch the final. But I was denied. But that's fine. I'll watch it tonight. And the hairdresser, because I didn't get a chance to eat yesterday, the hairdresser was like, would you like a slice of cake? And they had vegan cake. So I was just like, yes, thank you. And I got to have a little cake, which is very nice. They always have cake there. They have people who supply them with cake every day. And they always make sure it's vegan, which is nice. So that everyone can, well, apart from if you're gluten-free, I suppose, but people can have it. Are you lying under the table? You never lie under the table. You got a new spot. What happened? Was it not always tonight? I was looking at the timetable and it was Thursday. Well, I guess because it's just been Wednesday every week, I was just sort of... do you know what? I'm not going to know what to do with myself after Celebrity Traitor stops. I'm not usually like super invested in traitors, but this one has been definitely my favourite series. Hello, B. So yeah, it's going to be very strange. How's the short hair? It's good. I'm scared to brush it though, because I'm like, because of the curls being in, I'm like, if I brush it, am I just going to brush all the curls out? So part of me is thinking, should I just leave it? Do you know what I should have done? I should have bought a bonnet and just put it in a bonnet whilst I slept so that it got preserved. But I didn't, and I haven't. Like a baby, yeah. But those really nice, I mean, they're usually silk, but I'm assuming you can get like a vegan version. But yeah, they're meant to keep your hair nice. Gonna save so much in shampoo now, yeah. It do be like that. I do have, it is sort of curly. I put, if you're on Instagram, I put up a photo of it on Instagram, or, you know, I'll be streaming later and you'll see it on webcam. I don't know what it's doing right now because I've literally woken up and not looked at it or touched it. So I would turn the camera around, but goodness knows what sort of fright you would get if I did. They're both just licking their hands. What's going on? I meant to put the photo in announcements on the Discord so that people would be able to spot it. But I've been mostly forced into eating and consequently baking vegan desserts because milk proteins hate me. Oh, I need to start doing my start thinking about January. Start thinking about that now, so it's not a big panic at the time. I can't decide whether to do the same thing I always do or whether to do something different. Those are the two options. It's a 50-50. Gerry, what is going on? You've been at this for so long now. Because I did have a plan for how I wanted to do things differently. But then I was like, oh, will people, like, because people are always very lovely about the recipe videos. So I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, you know, if it ain't broke, why fix it, sort of thing. But I did have an idea for something, but I just don't know if it would work as well. Gerry, you've been at this for a really long time. What's going on over there? I think it's because he's been a little bit snotty recently. And buns, when they're snotty, they wipe their noses on their sleeves. So I think this is the equivalent of him washing his sleeves right now. But he's just in a really strange position for it. I can hear you proper going for it. You hear proper snuffles and snores going on over there. You finished? You happy? No. Still needs a bit more. Can bunnies get colds? I don't think so. They get like respiratory things, but it's not really a cold. And like if I have a cold, I don't have to worry about it getting passed on to them or anything. They a brief existential crisis. No. He's not that aware that he's been born yet. No, he is. He's very smart. He's a very smart boy. Oh, little patch of sunlight there. He's only 2. It's true. You just licking the ottoman? Oh, look at your lovely shadow. Hello. Do you know what Gerry's doing? Oh, I get kisses too. Is that an apple plushie? I don't think it's apple. I think apple is green, but I can't remember. But it is a Junimo. But I think, am I misremembering that apple is green? Hi. Fifi, do you like these still? You went through a phase of being really confused by these. You're over it. This is titled Dr. Gerry Turner. He's still going for it. I wonder if I should distract him with treats. I like that he's made himself a little nest from which to bestow kisses. I did, when I was in Waterstones, I did pre-order the book. I ordered the book that I wanted, so hopefully it should arrive soon. And yesterday there was a show that I really wanted to watch, so I just happened to check if there were any tickets left because I thought it had sold out, and there were 2 tickets right next to each other. Because every time I've checked before, there's just been like 1 or 2 here and there, but like never together. And all of a sudden there were 2 together. So going to another show on Friday. Bit of culture, bit more culture. Because we went to watch Talented Mr. Ripley at Bristol Vic the other day. Gerry, you're gonna fall over. The buns are back on treats, yeah. As Gerry's bum hasn't been too bad, bless him. But so when I was in Waterstones, and I saw, so what happened was, you get in Waterstones, you get the little square tables, and it will have like crime fiction, and it will just be like little picked out books that they put on display. I was at one of those, and I looked up, there was someone opposite me, and my immediate thought was, oh my God, that is Jonathan Pryce. I was like, it is him. But I don't trust my facial recognition that much. So I was like, I didn't say anything, but I wish I had. I wish I had been like, oh my God, you look like Jonathan Pryce. Anyway, I then, because I was so like, I think it is him, I sort of stalked him around Waterstones to the fact where he went, so our Waterstones has a little Costa coffee in it, and he went to order something from there. And I was at the section that was closest to the Costa coffee, trying to listen to him order, because I was like, I recognise his voice if he speaks, and then that will confirm it. And he was talking so quietly that I was trying to get close enough to listen. And then at one point he looked at me and I was like, doo 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 doo. And then he sat down with his coffee in the corner and I was like, well, now I can't get near you. So I eventually just had to buy some things and leave. But I wish I had to talk to him. But then I further stalked him to see if there was any reason why he would have been in Bristol. And it turns out that, this might be a bit spurious, but he worked with, I saw two bits of information. I saw that he is a good supporter of young actors, and then I saw that one of the actors that we saw in Talented Mr. Ripley on Monday was someone who first worked with Jonathan Pryce. And I was like, it's not beyond reasonable doubt that he could have come to Bristol to support a young actor in his first debut play. I think that's possible. So I think it might have actually been Jonathan Pryce. Or it was just a random man who happens to look a bit like Jonathan Pryce. I should look up how tall he is, and then I could... But the thing is, it's too late now, because even if it was him, he's never going to go back to that Waterstones at the same time. I won't catch him again. I wish I had have talked to him, because Jonathan Pryce is so lush. Like, I've watched him in things since I was... like, for as long as I can remember. One of the first films I ever remember watching is Baron Munchausen, and he's in that, and that's where I know him from, and that came out in 1988. So I've known him as a person. We've been best friends all this time. No, I've known him to be in the telly box for as long as I remember. And... yeah. So it would have been nice to say hello to him. And then I got really upset because I started thinking, like, what if... because I was like, maybe he doesn't like people approaching him anymore. Maybe he would have hated it. And then I started thinking, or what if he's upset because people don't come and recognise him anymore now he's older? And then I was like, what if I've just really upset Jonathan Pryce? And then I Googled him and I was like, is Jonathan Pryce nice to meet? And apparently he's one of, like, the most lovely people, and he loves when people recognise him. And he even described himself as, like, a praise whore. So if I had have gone over and been like, you're great, I love you, I loved you in Wolf Hall, like, you're so wonderful, he would have loved it. If it was Jonathan Pryce. But yeah, it might not have been. Oh well. But, you know, that's a claim to fame. I might have been within a metre of Jonathan Pryce. I just wish I trusted my gut instinct. Because you know what? If I had have, like... I've got too much of a filter. That's my problem. Like, if I had have immediately said what I was thinking when I first looked up and wanted to say, you look like Jonathan Pryce, then maybe either he would have been like, I get that all the time, or he would have been like, that's me, bitch, I am Jonathan Pryce. And then I would have been like, what? And then that would have been really nice. Or I imagine he would have said, it is me. How confident are you percentage-wise that it was him? Because my gut instinct, as soon as I looked up, was like, that's Jonathan Pryce, I would go in the high 80%. I would say, has anyone ever mistaken you for someone else? Yes. Yes. And it piqued my curiosity. That's me, bitch. Jonathan Pryce drops book he was reading Yeah, that's the thing. He's Welsh. And I'm like, well, Bristol isn't that far. I mean, he lives in London. I know so much about Jonathan Price now because I've stalked him ever since. But yeah, there was a time that I was at Flash on the Beach and someone came over to me thinking I was their friend. And they were like, my God, you look like exactly like her. But she's from Southampton. And the weird thing is, I have family who we lost contact with, but they're all, like, the last we knew is that they were living in Southampton. So I'm like, I could have had, it could be like a cousin once removed or something that looks like me and lives in Southampton, for this person to just honestly come up and start talking to me and then be like, oh, hang on. So, because like my granddad was one of 8 and he lost contact he'd left, and this was in a time when you didn't really, if you didn't make an effort to keep in contact, you didn't keep in contact because they didn't have Facebook in those days. So yeah, it could be. What on the beach? Flash on the Beach. It was a convention that used to happen in Brighton for Flash animators that I went to once because I used to do Flash animation. So there you go. There's a fun fact. I guess it doesn't happen anymore. I don't think it's happened for a long time. Terrible name. I still have my Flash on the Beach t-shirt. But it's because it was in Brighton and it was Flash. Sounds better now you've explained it. You used to animate? Yeah, back in my DeviantArt days, I used to make Flash animations. But not for a long time. This was, yes, the DeviantArt era. But yes, not for a good while now. Then the name makes perfect sense. Yes. Okay. Gerry, can I tempt you to get up to have some treats? Yay! Put some there. There we go. Oh, Vivi. Little bits there. Might be too little for you to sniff out. There we go. Well done. Well done. What did you animate? I used to do, we had a group on DeviantArt called Flashers, And we used to just hold like monthly competitions that would have a theme. So it'd be whatever was required. But I don't know if maybe some of you would have seen. I don't know how well known it is. Do you know? Would you have been Lythero then? But like, there's a flash animation of like a Mario Kart thing where someone is going towards the end and then they get blue shelled. This is so fake. But that was one of my friends. Maybe it would have. Oh, I played Repo with him sometime. But it was that group that I used to do animation stuff with. And then yeah. It seems to be one of those things that when a friend has made something and you don't think anyone else will know it, but then occasionally people will have seen it and I'm just like, what? Small world? Bizarre. But Mirror of Lythero from somewhere else. See? That's what I mean. It's very strange to me. But yeah. Have you seen the he is a bun parent also, yes. Yes. 2 very beautiful buns. But do you know the animation I'm talking about? Like the really old one. It must be like, oh God, like 20 years old now. And it's, was it Lee, Scotty, Tyler, and Adrian playing Mario Kart? And Adrian's in front, and then the blue shell comes. Pew! It's that one. But those 4 were my, the other flashes. May I ask why the duck is sitting on the carpet? Is it for the buns or the decoration? He is a doorstop. So he's very weighted. I don't know if I can demonstrate. There you go. So he just stops the door from rocking up the carpet. But yes. I remember Age from DA, yeah. But there's no door there. What do you mean? So when the door opens, the duck, he stopped the door. Ta-da! This is Coco's job. This is what he normally does day to day. But I see. Good job. Gerry, will you stop eating that? He's trying to tunnel out. I'm gonna annoy you by pulling this forward. And now you have to deal with the blankie. There we go. There you go. Was that nice? A little blankie to dig? I got timed out on the main channel last time I mentioned one of your doorstops. Oh, because of the Fifi. Just before the stream, I took the washing out of the tumble dryer and now she's just pushing it all off the sofa. Fifi, no! I need to sort that. No. Come down. There we go. You little pickle. Unless you can learn folding. Dear, oh dear. Well, I guess it is time for me. You want treats now? Do you want treats for being so good? It's time for me to run away. Beep, beep, beep. She's sorting it. Sorting it onto the floor. Are you sorting it onto the floor? She's like, well, if I'm not getting treats, I'm going to go back and do it again. Oh, should we go and see G? It's been a while since we've seen G. Fifi, where are you off to? I shall be back at 2 for some Hades 2. Oh yeah. And I guess a webcam reveal of the hair, but she's back again. Fifi. Little pickle. So I hope you all look after yourselves and be good. And I shall speak to you later. Fifi. Wait, I know what I can do. Fifi. There we go. Distracted. I shall speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Here you go. Bit more breakfast. You don't want it? You just want a gin? There we go. Bye-bye. Bye.